Welcome to my Freedom Journal journey. I am Nonkululeko Sishi, and in today's video, I'll be sharing our next need, which is to create our life template. In my first mental wellness series video, I shared how our thinking, our beliefs, and our habits creates our life template. And so if one is to have a happy and successful life, one should be intentional with their thinking and their routines. So in today's video, I'll be sharing the things that someone can take into consideration when they are approaching their life template. There are three parts to how we continuously build our lives. There's how we process thoughts, the beliefs we are led by and stand by, and the routine actions that build up over time. How we process thoughts is critical to our well-being, as it determines our overall emotional well-being, our intention, and our motivation. The most important thing about thoughts is acknowledgement and accountability. How are you feeling? Why are you feeling that way? Where is that feeling coming from? What do you think of that feeling? Does that feeling require you to give it room and hold it and process it, or does it require action from you? Are you taking responsibility for that emotion? Are you taking responsibility for the actions taken or not taken that led you to that emotion or predicament or situation? Are you willing to give yourself grace and acknowledgement in knowing that you couldn't have been any wiser or known any better at that time? Are you willing to forgive yourself for continuous turmoil? And are you willing to allow yourself to begin where you are? In the midst of unpacking our thought process, our beliefs pop up. Our beliefs play a huge role in how we process thoughts and the conclusions we come to. And so it's important to sit down and unpack them and make sure that they are adding value to our lives and not misery. There are 5 categories in which beliefs can be put into: urgency, our faith in our abilities, who we believe we are, what we believe we are to be, to participate in, and to accumulate, and what we believe the role of family, friends, and higher power is to us. Here's what I've learned about agency. All things urgent have unresolved feelings and unlearned lessons to it. And so the best way one can respond to urgency is by asking yourself, why? Can something be done? Is something being done? Why am I unable to sit through it? My discomfort and impatience is showing me how I'm feeling, how I'm choosing to respond, and whether or not I'm willing to be accountable for my response. The way in which we can approach our faith in ourselves and our faith in our abilities is to live by the following statement: we are not what we are able or not able to do. We are our willingness to learn. So, do we see ourselves as capable or incapable of learning? Where is our faith or our doubt coming from? Is our faith or our doubt justified? And are we willing to give ourselves the time and the opportunity to learn and improve? Who you believe you are is in unpacking what you believe makes you of value as a person and what you believe is of value as people. When it comes to the relationships in your life and the role you are to play and the activities you are to engage in for pleasure and purpose and the things to acquire, the template to look into would be the following. When it comes to the relationships in your life, you are to define what your responsibilities would be. You are to define and to communicate boundaries and consequences. And you are to establish self-discipline in order to stand by your standards. When it comes to your interests, your hobbies, your needs, and serving, you are to define what your purpose of engagement is. You are to define what it is that you require from yourself in order to participate. You are to define what it is that you require from others in order for them to participate. And you are to establish self discipline and boundaries in order to stand by your values. When it comes to the things to acquire, you are to define their values by the need they will fulfill. When it comes to establishing routine, one should consider habits to taking care of themselves mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically, habits to add to their knowledge or skill application, habits to help them pour into their relationships to others and to serve, habits that help them bring an income home and acknowledge counterproductive habits and set placeholder habits. So you can check out the rest of my channel for the other aspects of who we are. Otherwise, you can check out my video next week Tuesday as I share our next need. Take care.